Good morning. My name is Abigail Kienzle. I am a junior at Clarkson University, and this morning I'd like to talk to you about my research on the solidification behavior of BCSA cement. So, Belitic calcium sulfoaluminate, or BCSA cement, is emerging in popularity as a rapid set cement. It differs significantly in composition compared to Portland cement. It is mostly composed of Belite and calcium sulfoaluminate. Calcium sulfoaluminate reacts quickly and forms a trinite, which you can see in the scanning electron micrograph image shown. This reaction provides early strength properties for the cement. The Belite reacts more slowly and gives longer term strength. This is different from Portland cement, which does not contain any calcium sulfoaluminate, which is responsible for its longer setting time. Portland also contains Alite, which is responsible for a lot of associated carbon dioxide emissions. The absence of Alite in BCSA contributes to its potential for improved sustainability. There are many potential benefits to using BCSA. Up till now, CSA cements like BCSA have been used as a repair material due to its rapid set and high early strength capabilities. They also provide many environmental benefits due to their lower calcium oxide, lower clinkering temperature, and higher calcium sulfate. BCSA has the potential to be used in a wide variety of applications, including general accelerated construction and other applications, such as replacing projects where normal Portland cement is usually used. The current problem, though, is that BCSA sets too rapidly for practical use. My research seeks to look to characterize the early age solidification behavior of this BCSA cement so that we can control its setting time, such as through the use of a citric acid retarder. So the objectives of my research is to understand both the individual and combined effect of water-cement ratio and the use of a citric acid retarder dosage on the early age solidification of BCSA. Additionally, we hope to correlate different measurements of setting and solidification in BCSA cement through the results gathered by several different testing methods, such as the Vicat penetration test, ultrasonic monitoring, and isothermal calorimetry. The first test I conducted for my research is the Vicat test, which we use to establish initial and final setting times for BCSA cement. We used 15 different combinations of water-cement ratio and citric acid retarder dosages that we believe are representative of what could be used in the field. These combinations were then tested through ultrasonic monitoring, which is a form of non-destructive testing during which the speed of an ultrasonic wave changes as the mixture goes from the liquid phase to the solid phase. The data collected provides insight into the velocity and the acceleration of the setting cement paste. These are some of the results from my Vicat penetration tests. The first figure compares a sample of BCSA with a sample of Portland cement, which you can see several differences. Most notably, as expected, the Portland cement takes longer to set than the BCSA cement. The BCSA cement experiences a short dormancy period followed by rapid solidification, whereas the Portland cement experiences a much longer dormancy period followed by gradual solidification. Essentially, this means that the time between initial and final set is much longer in Portland cement than BCSA. In the second figure, I have 3 samples of BCSA cement at 3 different citric acid dosages, during which you can see that the dormancy period increases with increasing retarder dosage, but that rapid solidification phase remains constant regardless of adding more admixture. This is important to us as it indicates that once solidification begins, it will complete within a predictable period of time. So these are two figures to compare the effects of citric acid and water cement ratio on BCSA cement. From the first figure, we see that the setting behavior appears to exhibit a linear increase with increasing citric acid dosage. Whereas from the second figure, we can see that water cement ratio appears to exhibit a quadratic behavior on the cement setting. These parameters were taken into consideration as we tried to develop models to predict the setting time. So these are the equations for the setting time models that we came up with. We tried several different linear interaction and polynomial models before choosing this one, which is a mixed order polynomial. And we chose this one to account for both the linear behavior of the citric acid dosages as well as the quadratic behavior of the water cement ratio. So here you can see a visual representation of those models. There are several key features that we can see from these images. The first is the ranges in setting time for both the initial and final setting time. The initial setting time ranges from about 1.5 hours to about 3 hours, and the final setting time ranges from about 2.5 hours to about 3.5 hours. This is very useful as it shows that it is very possible to control the setting of BCSA to reasonable time for increased applications. For example, at a minimum of about 1.5 hours for the initial setting time, that is very reasonable to either batch and transport cement to like a site or to batch on site and use for construction or other applications. From the initial setting time, we can see that both water cement and citric acid affect the setting time, which it represents that initial dormancy period. From the final setting time figure, we see that the water cement ratio does not have a significant effect on that final setting time, which again corresponds to that rapid solidification process that is relatively unchanged. However, we see that the citric acid dosage does in fact increase the final setting time, which means we can control the compressive strength of the cement by changing the water cement ratio without having a significant effect there. And we can control the setting time by changing the citric acid dosage. So the other experiment that we have conducted so far is the ultrasonic monitoring. And these are some results from those experiments. The first figure shows a constant water cement ratio of 0.5 with 3 different citric acid dosages. The second figure shows 5 different combinations of water cement ratio with a constant citric acid dosage. We've collected data for all 15 combinations that we performed the Vicat method on, but we are still working to try to understand these results and how they might correspond with the other data we've collected this far. So this is an individual curve from the ultrasonic monitoring, just to give you a close-up idea of what it looks like. Again, we are still working to try to understand how these results impact our understanding of BCSA. Initially, we expected the inflection point to maybe have some significance. As you can see, though, the Vicat setting times don't directly correspond with that point, which is just something interesting to us that we hope to continue to understand this information. So the next step going forward is we would like to conduct isothermal calorimetry experiments, during which we hope to observe the hydration reaction and the heat of hydration for BCSA at the different combinations. Using this, we hope to understand how the parameters of water cement ratio and citric acid affect the heat of hydration. And doing this, we hope to see if there's any further connections between all 3 experiments. So thank you for your interest in my research. I look forward to continuing to understand more about BCSA as I continue to study this topic during my undergraduate thesis. And I'd be happy to take any questions you have at this time.
Thank you, Abigail. That was very insightful.